filled with poetry. But we have some sad news. Christine won't be with us tonight. She's very unwell. She was taken to hospital this morning. Bad ear infection. She's not able to kill these infections off at the moment, no matter what they're doing for her. So we wish Christine all the best, speedy recovery, and hopefully well enough in time to visit the UK in a couple of weeks. And everybody, we have got lots of power. Off and start again. Now we're back live again. There's the recording done. Let's try and put this back in its stand and its case and see where we get, guys. Yeah, this is what the internet's all about. Absolutely all about. This is the internet at its best, I suppose. Well, I'm back again. I'm in the picture. I'm in the frame. God knows, I got loads of messages coming in. I can't even answer the messages. It's absolutely crazy. But I have some good news anyway, along with the bad news. Nina sent me these figures and facts today from the Dear John show. And guys, your community is actually growing rapidly. And I love these little feedbacks when Nina sends them over to me. Posts from Dear John show reached 2,900 people. Hello, Eva Marie Kegley, how are you? Worldwide. And had 956 engagements this week. Some of the listed countries are Ireland, England, United States of America, France, Germany, Tanzania, India, Nigeria, Australia, Canada, Norway, West Bengal, Kolkata that is, Pakistan, Philippines, South Africa, Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, Portugal, Lithuania, and I'm sure there's a lot more than that. Hello, Diane Reid Burgess, lovely seeing you here. And Chris Edrich, lovely seeing you too. And Nina Thilo, you're in. And I can see Kathy. Kathy, I can never think of your middle name, so I'll just call it Kathy Coates. You'll kill me later, I know you'll choke me. But how is everybody? I can see lots are coming in, and I hope everybody is well. As I said, best wishes and some prayers for Christine. Unfortunately, she cannot be here tonight because she's unwell. And hopefully we will see her in 3 or 4 weeks time. So those are the numbers. That's you as a community. That's a community you guys have built among yourselves, all with each other. You've all built a wonderful community, and it is worldwide. Hello, Chris Page, lovely seeing you in. Thank you, Nina. Kathy Wagner Coates. Now I can't get choked now. I can't be murdered for that, can I? It is such a worldwide coverage, Chris, and it's absolutely brilliant seeing that kind of coverage out there. Absolutely wonderful. Wow, you guys are really getting around. This is what words do. They spread, and they spread among each other, and they go further and vast. It is, thank you, Eva Marie, it is absolutely brilliant. But it's you guys that make the show that it is. You send us all the work. Otherwise we'd be just sitting here playing bingo. But we've split the poems up that Christine would have had for tonight between Marna, Nina and myself. And I really apologise already because you're going to have to put up with me for longer reading tonight. So put your earbuds in now and again. I'll let you know when I'm gonna start. I've also got the moral story for tonight, for the end of the show. It's another Very, very good moral story. Yeah, I really like this one too, and I'm sure all you guys will as well. It is. I got the message this morning. She was taken to the hospital early hours. Christine, and she'd sent me the message to say exactly what it was. Thank you, Eva Marie. That's really appreciated, and will be by Christine. Thank you, Diane. Well, guys, I'm going to have a look inside my little picture box down here, and needless to say, really needless to say this, but let me see. I'm going to add anyway. Let's have an ad. Who we can bring on the ad here this evening? Who will turn up and will not?
Hello.
Oh, I pushed the wrong button.
Bye then.
Don't you dare. Don't do that. I'm waiting for Marina to come in.
Oh, I see. So I'm just a stopgap then, am I? That's not.
There was no one else to bring in. I was going to bring in one of the audience, but there's a great idea actually. Is there
Lovely.
The audience would like to come on for 10 minutes, and we'll have a banter together, ye and I. What do you?
Know my place now, then, don't I? Stopgap. Fill her in.
Oh God, here we go.
General Dog's body.
Tablet and come back. Good God. I took my last tablet today.
You had? Oh, that's a worry, isn't it?
No, I took it at about 4 o'clock. I forgot about it, didn't I?
Blimey, you're getting good.
I am.
Normally you'd panic if it was 10 minutes late.
Yeah, once it was the last one, Nina. Brilliant. Yes.
You've got more to come. You're not going to do away with them.
Oh dear. Well, how's your week been?
Yeah, I'd like to say uneventful, but not really.
Mine neither, it's great.
Yeah, no, it's been a good week. Some, you get some good news and then you get some not so good news, don't you? But no, yeah, nice surprise this week. So yeah, lovely week.
Oh, you had a surprise, did you? Come on, tell us.
Well, you know what it is. You know what it is because I've plastered it all over Facebook.
Oh God, I wasn't on Facebook. How would I know?
Oh right, you weren't on Facebook. You're always on Facebook. The competition entry. So yeah, nice news that was.
Do you want to spread the news and give us some information? There's people that may not have seen this post. You know.
Oh, I don't really. I don't want to blow my own trumpet.
It's not blowing trumpet. I mean, how many people were involved in the competition?
4,700 and something.
How many are left in the competition?
15.
Now, that's not boasting or bragging or anything else, but to be one of the last 15 in the competition out of nearly 5,000 is an absolute achievement, woman. I don't know how you look at things. I really and truly don't. She's spilling now.
No, I know. I'm very... I'm very proud. I am very proud. But yeah, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So I find out on I think it's the 15th of August. I think they announced the winners.
So does this?
So yeah, we shall see.
Does this mean if you win, you're going to Radio 4 Poetry?
Radio 4? No, it's American. It's an American competition I entered.
Are you going to Fox Poetry?
Yeah.
Huffington Post.
Go and visit the president.
Hello, Wendy.
No,
how are you? Come on.
We shall see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for me, everybody, please. All positive vibes. That would be lovely.
Guys, do we know? Oh my God.
What? Say again.
No living with you if you win this. God almighty.
No. I promise I shall still manage to fit my head through the door. You're all right.
Oh, you have a door?
A couple, yeah. I moved out of the shed.
I thought it was in 2 halves.
It is in 2 halves. I love my door.
Make sure you open the top one to get your head through.
Oh, do you know what? The times I have forgotten to, when I've opened the top half to answer it, and then I've forgotten to put the bolt down, And then, bless him, Joshua comes home and he opens the door and only the top half opens. And he came in the other day and he went, "Mother, are you trying to kill me or something?" No, not really.
Well, yeah, it's only when you're not
Yeah.
works, isn't it? Hey?
Yeah, I just genuinely forgetting to put the bolt back down so that the bolt, so it opens as a whole door. But he thinks I'm booby trapping it. So what can I say? Maybe I am.
Maybe sometimes it's better off saying nothing.
Well, yeah. I know nothing. I know
No,
nothing.
nothing.
I know nothing. You're very glitchy again tonight.
Listen, it's why does everybody say I'm
What?
glitchy? I'm fine. I'm moving in perfect rhythm and everything. It's the internet.
You're moving in perfect rhythm, are you?
Yeah.
What's that? Staccato?
You? Spell it.
Do you know what? I don't know how you do so well on our words, because the amount of words you don't know. You are a worry sometimes.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, I worry me.
Yeah.
I worry.
Did you deliberately wear a t-shirt today that hadn't got writing on it so it didn't confuse people being back to front?
Yeah. No, it's back to front. That's the problem.
That way round.
Back to front.
Got your head on the wrong way round.
Oh, good. So, how many
Right, are you going to start?
did we end up with?
Sorry, say again.
How many poems did we end up with?
Oh, Lord only knows. I think I've got about 9 now. I think Myrna's got 5, and I think you've got 4 or 5, haven't you?
We got a lot more than 4 or 5. Thank you. Hello, Heidi.
You have you?
Hey?
You have. Did you say you'd got a lot more than 5?
Yeah. Your fault this is. This is your fault. I was doing well. I was nearly sneaking out with
I only sent you 3. So if you've gathered others, that's your fault.
I knew you were.
And problem.
I'm going to throw you off now in a minute because my mate's after coming in.
Oh, well, that's nice, isn't it? How rude.
In a just.
How very rude. Yeah, that's fine. I know my place. Second, third even. Yeah, come on then, go and get that.
Good God almighty, stop growing. Listen. You had to put me off what I was going to say now. It's all your fault. I'm blaming you on everything now. Yeah. Mine has come back.
Obviously, always, yeah.
And you said she...
Situation normal. Go and get Myrna then. Go and reel her in.
No. I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to stay where I am now. I just don't care anymore. I've given up the ghost.
No, bless her. Go and get Myrna. She's here. She's ready for us. She's chomping at the bit.
She's done a run.
She must be ready. No, she's there. Go and get her.
No,
go on.
Go. And I bet you disappeared off camera again like you do every week. Houdini.
Well, I don't do anything. I just sit here watching. So if my camera disappears...
Okay.
Don't know. Can't say.
I'm going to give it a bash.
All right, then.
See what happens, okay?
Okay.
I'll come back to you after mine.
Okay.
Just give me about 2 hours.
Yeah, I might have had a better offer.
Yeah, fair enough. Have fun. See you shortly. Bye.
Bye.
God, can't even find the X on this one. That was Nina Thilo. What can I say, guys? She'll be back shortly, though. I've got to bring this lady in. I've got a lady here to bring in. And her name is... We'll know now in a minute. As soon as we see her on screen, we will know who this lady is. She's become a fixture at the Dear John show. And here she is.
Oh my gosh.
Our Myrna Dupree Badro!
Wait, I got stop laughing before I could read.
Hello, Myrna. How has your week been?
Oh, my week has not been the greatest. My sugar has been doing the bottom out this week, and excuse what I'm about to say, guys. It just makes me feel like crap. Okay.
Hey, that sounds good. Wow, that's got that out of the system. Listen, how did your appointment?
Well, yeah, at least I got that out of my.
How did your appointment go?
Huh? My appointment's not until this Wednesday.
26th.
My eye. Yeah, the 25th.
That's the same date as my appointment.
Yeah, that's my eye appointment. That's my checkup.
Mm-hmm.
So we will keep all fingers crossed that everything is good.
Yes, please God, indeed, yes. So, what have,
Well, I think it is. I haven't
what
noticed
have you done?
a difference in my eyes.
What have you gotten up to this week?
What have I got? What?
What have you gotten up to?
Oh, I have 5 newbies to read and then one of my own.
5 newbies.
Is that what you? Yeah, we have 5. I have 5 newbies to read
5 newbies. Ooh.
and one of my own.
And one of your own.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I gotten 3, and then you sent me one, and Nina sent me one.
I sent you one.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, don't ask me which one you sent me because I couldn't tell you, but
It from Sudha Dixit.
I think you did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
That's the one.
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of.
Sudha Dixit. Because I was going to ask you, how do I say this? Because this Cajun woman don't know how to say that. Oh, wait, let me talk Cajun. Man, this Cajun lady don't know how to talk that way. I don't know. Okay, that's Cajun.
Am I being educated here?
That's Cajun. That's Cajun English.
Yeah.
If I was saying it in Cajun French, it'd be, oh, mais jamais, mais je connais pas what to do. Because it's half English and half French.
It's a good job we're a worldwide show.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
We've done, man, we just counted up
Hey, look.
the countries I've announced earlier on. 21 countries.
You know what? What's really funny is when I go to the grocery store, especially Walmart. It's not so bad at the local grocery store because there are a lot of French people who go there. But you go to Walmart and you hear people talking French, and you see people just looking at them like with these eyes like, what the hell are they saying? And I'm just sitting back and I'm just smiling because I know what they're saying. And some of it I can't repeat, so I just don't repeat it.
I wouldn't.
Because I can understand them, you know.
I'd bar you from all.
Huh?
I seen you come and I closed the doors and everything.
Well, it wasn't that it was bad language, but the one time they were actually talking about the girl that was staring at them. I didn't blame them at all because she was giving them the eye because they were talking French. I mean, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
you know,
Ooh.
I was like, I'm not going to say anything, but I was nodding. Actually, I was nodding as I was listening to them.
Are you on the cider again?
Huh?
You drinking cider again?
Yeah, that's my coffee. Yeah,
Yeah.
and my caffeine.
A caffeine injection. So you've got 6.
Yeah, I got 6. I got the 5, and then the one that, because of the comment that was left on the poem, I had to read it.
Go on then. I'll let you get started. Do you want me to read one along with you as we go along?
You can start, and then I'll follow you. Start, read one.
No, I can't start.
Come on.
I'm not allowed to. It's against the show rules. The host can't read for.
Okay. Okay, I'll read one, and then you can read one.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
I'll start out with the newbies.
Now, are we reading it in Cajun?
Okay. No, we're going to read it in English,
Oh.
regular English. I can speak that way sometimes
Oh,
too.
you sure?
Remember, I was married to a man who did not understand Cajun, so I'd have to speak to him in English.
Okay. I'll listen in English then.
And I got a kitty over here. Meow, meow, meow.
I hope
Hi, kitty. I'm sorry
tonight.
when I got home.
Hey,
Hmm?
I hope I don't
What?
poltergeist back tonight.
Oh, I know. All I kept thinking after that happened is like, oh my God, I am not looking around my living room. And I'm telling the cat, I said, do not knock anything down right now, please. You know.
Got me worried for the night, Marna. Had me worried for the night. I didn't settle down till about 11 o'clock.
Well, she has a tendency to knock things down. And I'm like, please, girl, do not knock anything down right now because it's not a good time to do that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
She
thank
did.
Nina. I'm gonna thank my that free cat impression. That was beautiful. That was kitty sweet. Nina said you get the impressions thrown in for free.
I did what? I get what?
You give the cat impressions for free.
Oh, really?
You did.
Let me tell you, she is a sweetie. I have two dogs and the cat, and I really don't think they know that they're different, but she is a little sweetheart. No, that's the one who used to hide when I would be at my daughter's house. She'd hear me and she'd go upstairs and hide. Now, wherever I am, she is. So whatever I did to her, she's forgiven me.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, she'd hide from me, but now I'll put it this way. She's on top of my foot that's next to the computer. She's on top of my foot and she's rubbing against my foot. That she does. That's what she does. She's a little sweetie.
Right.
But anyway, yes, I'm ready to read my first one.
We're ready.
And this is, yes,
Mhm.
this one is written by, I'm going to double check because I don't want to make a mistake by saying it's the wrong person. Because I think I remember who wrote what, but, you know.
Mhm.
This is by Debbie J. Embry.
Deb-
And I found her on one of the groups that
Who's it from, Debbie?
Debbie J. Embry.
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 One.
Okay, not Debbie. Was it Klingle Smith? No, this is Debbie J. Embry. Embrey.
Yeah.
That'll all be included when I post after. Cherished moments. I recall a few times we walked through the woods, hand in hand, side by side, laughing, you and I. Those were precious moments, never be forgotten, 'neath the sun's early light, dancing to and fro. I recall sweet memories, just the two of us, sharing life, loving it, sharing secrets. The woods are full of sweet memories. Where has the time gone?
You know, been reading poems on the internet all week, and there's a lot. It seems to be a lot of people missing people from this lifetime, and there's a lot of writing about it.
Yes.
No, and it's. I mean, when you lose one, you know as well as anybody, Marnie, even better than most. When you lose a loved one, close,
Yes.
you've lost half of you. Half of you is already gone out the window. That's a
Right.
piece. It is a beautiful piece, and they're the things we miss. We miss the holding hands. We miss the whispers and the secrets. And
Yes. And I'm going to be this. We're all adults here, and I'm going to say this. Everyone, when my husband died, after a few months or so, everybody go, you're talking about, God, you must miss the sex. I'm like, no, not that. I miss the intimacy. Like, to me, intimacy meant sharing a cup of coffee on the porch in the morning, you know, That's the stuff I missed.
Yeah.
Just that together time, and we didn't. Neither one of us had to say a thing. Neither one of us did.
It's just the presence
It wasn't necessary.
of company, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
the presence of each other.
Yes.
Knowing the other is there.
Or when he was watching sports on TV and I was reading a book and we're sitting on the couch together.
Yeah.
We weren't talking to each other because he was doing his thing, I was doing mine, but
Yeah.
it was together. You know,
But you
it did,
were able to share your own thing.
and that's what you.
Yeah. That's the beauty. That is the whole beauty of it. Absolute beauty of it.
And also when he would ask me, I heard this word today in French. Could you tell me what it means? And I'm like, you trust me to tell you the truth? You know, those are the kind of memories. That's what I miss. That kind of stuff. Because,
Tell us, did you ever get that urge to give him the wrong information? Come on.
I didn't, because I wasn't going to do that to him, but I did to my brother-in-law. I did. Couldn't help it. Because he'd always said, well, I know French. Well, evidently not if you're asking me. You know.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, it's true. When I read that, that so touched me because, yeah, because as you said, you know, I know that feeling. And you think, where has the time gone? Because I'll even remember things now and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she's been gone 14 years. How long ago is that? And yet the memory is still there.
Of course it is. Yeah. I mean, we talk about time, don't we? The time gone. And we don't remember the
Time,
time
not,
already had. You know, it's always the
yeah,
takes over.
I say all the time. Yeah, I say that all the time. It's not, it doesn't matter how many years go by.
Yeah.
The memory is still going to be there. And thank God for that.
Yes. Big time.
You know.
And as David Wagner just back up there, David said, definitely would feel so alone without Sharon. Yeah.
Right.
We'll all be cutting half and the other half of us is gone. Suddenly you're doing things
This is what I said.
solo, yeah.
This is what I used to say. John did not make me complete, but what he did was make my complete better.
Yeah.
You know, he'd like,
You've done the
he said, yeah, he said the same thing too. It wasn't about us making the other whole. We just made that other whole of that person better.
Yes. That's an achievement. I'm going to read you one now from a lady named Dawn Edwards. I mean...
Oh, I didn't have to pull his arm. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, bless you. Dawn Edwards. And this one is called The Blessed Bench.
Oh, wow. I love the title.
I think you're going to love the poem as well. It's a lovely piece, this one. Is this the place where you go, where love flows and apples grow, in an orchard full of trees and strength, of power, force, on a magical bench that sits you down to foresee all, in a world you left but still recall, to meet your loved ones, to sit and talk, surrounded by beauty and the bridge where they walk. Over to sit and chat, just to remind us of that. Life is for living, learning and change. We stand in the shadows and help to rearrange your thoughts into positive, to help you overcome. Once this is achieved, thy work is done. Meet me on the bench of love, where the soul wanders with a perfect white dove. I'll be waiting, the time, the place, to follow your footsteps into a perfect space. That's from Dawn Edwards.
Wow. I love that.
I thought you would. I really thought.
Yeah. I had the shivers halfway through, and I'm like going, oh, I love this piece.
I wrote with Dawn in a small group that closed down after about a year and a half. The Garden of Poetry, it was called.
Oh.
Lovely group. Absolutely lovely. Real um, friendship orientated. It was a beautiful, beautiful place to write. Hello, Ian Wilcox. Nice to see you. Charlotte Rains. How are you? I didn't even see you sneaking in, Charlotte. Missed one of the team there, Mark.
Hi, Charlotte.
I missed one of the team. Wow. That was a
Yeah, you were afraid y'all would be yanking on telling you to eat. That's why.
Hey? Say?
Hey?
Say again?
Huh? I said, you missed Charlotte because you were afraid I was going to reach out and grab your arm and twist it behind your back to get you to read. I know what was going on.
Yes, that's why I read so quickly. Save the arm. Have to save the arm, Anna.
Yeah, I'm going to say when she said magical bench, all I could think of was when John and I would sit on the front porch, not on the rockers. We had rockers on the front porch. We had a swing on the front porch. No, we'd sit on the steps together.
Yeah.
We had cement steps, beautiful cement steps. They were brick and cement, just absolutely beautiful. And we'd sit on the steps together. In the morning, they were still wet, didn't matter. We'd sit there with our coffee and we'd looking at people go by on the road and waving at people we don't know.
Brilliant. Yes.
And
Again.
I remember those days always.
Oh. Oh.
That's why I love when you said that. I went, oh, I love this poem. I just love the title. And then when you started reading it, I'm like, oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get it when you post it. When you post it, I'm gonna have to copy it and keep it in my files because that's one I want to read over and over. Which by the way, I do that each week. I have certain ones that I do copy because I don't want to. I want to keep a copy of them so I can reread them.
My problem is Nina will come to me tomorrow and say, "You can have the poems you read last night." Yeah. I handwrite them out unless I'm off work and I'm at the flat, yeah? And I write them out. So once I've written it out, I delete it off Messenger. So I can't go back to Messenger and go Nina. I have to stop doing that, Marina. I really have to stop doing that.
Yes, you do. I'm just agreeing.
I know. You're very good at that lately.
Okay. Yeah, I just agree.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. I know when I'm in trouble. Go on. Your next one.
Okay. My next one I'm going to read is, help me make sure I'm saying this right. Sudha Dixit.
Sudha Dixit, yes.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Sudha Dixit. And her poem is titled Farewell. Often you have gone away, leaving me stranded. Once again I'm sitting alone, sifting sand and empty-handed. What kind of relationship we are going to have if this is your aptitude, or that's how you'd behave? A mystic moon, twinkling stars, do not brighten my life. The vacuum you have left behind is filled with much strife. I too deserve some happiness. I wish bon voyage to you. I'm moving on in life, love. So goodbye and adieu.
I read this the other evening. Sudha sent it to me in Messenger. And I read it the other night. And I wrote back to her actually. I love the strength in that when somebody has the strength to say enough is enough. Let's draw the line.
Yes.
Let's move.
That's what I thought.
We're only making baggage for each other. That's it. Do it. If it's gone that far, cut the line. I like the strength.
And that go ahead.
You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you're talking strength. Well, that's why I kind of read it the way I did, like forceful, and then the really kind of, like the heartbroken, but then forceful again. Yeah.
And that's exactly the way the
Because
poem.
that would be me. I'd be, yeah,
It is a very forceful poem.
that,
It's the
yes.
strength of it, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, that would be me. I'd be going, I've given you all the chances I can give you. I can't give you any more chances. So, bon voyage to you.
Yeah.
I love you, but I'm saying goodbye.
Okay.
Because sometimes you have to walk away yourself, and it's not easy, but it's what you have to do because, you know,
Sometimes it's safe
being in a relationship.
of both parties by being away. You know, love is a great,
Hmm.
terrible thing at the same time. It can build us up and
It can be.
it can shatter us as well. It really can. It has two sides.
I say this about,
Yeah,
yeah, I say this about many things. It can be a friend, but it can be your worst enemy.
yeah, exactly.
At the same time, know it.
Yeah, exactly. Right, who's your next one?
Okay, so okay, who's my next one? Well, wait a minute. Okay, God, my
If
coffee
you do
was
next,
underneath
I'll do
my
it
my.
again and cut my load down.
Okay, I'm gonna read the next one. Let's see. Who am I gonna pull up next? Okay, this is by Fiona Myrick. And okay, I'll explain what this poem is about after I read it because it is a very touching story. Agree. Okay, come on, mouse. My cursor. I'm trying to find my cursor.
Marla, who was your one
Oh,
before?
there it is.
Suda?
The one before was Suda.
Yeah,
Okay, I've read Debbie J. Embry and Suda Dixit.
yeah, gotcha.
And now I'm
Go for
reading
the end of the show.
Fiona Myrick. What's that?
I'm just taking notes for the end of the show.
Okay. Okay, this is Fiona Myrick. Waiting your return. If I can get through this. This is kind of tough. My beautiful boy, I witnessed your end. I had to end your pain. I stroked your furry head, held your paw with streaming tears. I am bereft, awaiting. I heard your spirit raking in the bin bag. So early to communicate. My dad did the same. Now you must travel. You will travel down paths through golden woodlands, past rivers of fish. You will pass by the mountains, leap by the train, and be rest or trundled up. For you are a cat, a brave, beautiful soul, and you will find peace. Forever I will love you. Feel your kissing whiskers. Rest in peace, wee boy.
Okay.
I can't remember if they had. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't remember if she had to put the cat down or if he died. But that was her longtime pet, and when I read it, it touched me because I had to put actually two of my cats down the same day,
One of my
and
had a cat.
it is.
Had a cat for 19 years. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they do last a long time. They are a part of the family. There's no doubt about it. I mean, whether you like cats,
Oh yes, oh yes.
people do like cats, and they like dogs and horses and everything. And it's not nice when one goes. I mean, it's 19 years of your life. It is many years of someone's life.
And they are part of your life. And like when she said that about missing the kiss, the kissing of the kissing whiskers.
Yeah.
One of my cats, with the two that I had to put down were both, I call them my bed buddies because they would sleep with me. and the one would always sleep next to my face, and that's I would feel the kissing whiskers, and so when I read that, I'm like, I have to read this. I have
Hit
to.
you straight away, yes.
Yes, it did. And but yeah, I got emotional, and I'm sorry if I did, but
No, no.
it was a good emotional.
I mean, Marna, when there's that much empathy in the read and when there's that much um, commonness in itself, I mean that is absolutely it. Absolutely
Hmm.
unbelievable. I mean, I'm glad I don't have
It's a beautiful time.
that one to read tonight myself.
It was short, but it didn't need to be long. She captured every emotion, and I will say this, my two kitties that I put down are actually buried together. The vet that we go to is the vet that my daughter worked at, and when I say that, even the vet was in tears because she loved these two cats, and she got a special box, she put them in together, and they're buried together here at my house.
Yes, and like
Their names were Pogo and Pogo and Sleepy. I know my cats have weird.
years, and towards the end, she used to sit in the road. Yeah, and I mean, animals do strange things when
Well, Pogo,
it's coming up.
well, Pogo had this thing. You'd call him, everybody else would call him, and he'd walk. His tail would, flip back and forth a bit. I'd call him, and his tail would go into shivers and overdrive. And my son would say, "Mom, you can turn on a cat."
Oh my goodness, woman.
He only did that to me, but he would I mean, the very end of his tail would be like doing this like a drill going. I'm like, what in the world is going on here?
What?
The kid, especially my son, he go, Mom, go ahead and call him. Go ahead and call him, because they'd love to see it do. I mean, just to see if he would. And of course he would when the minute I called.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I know those are my two. I call them my bed buddies. Those are the two cats. I mean, at night I'd have one by my head and one by my side.
Oh, you would, without a shadow of doubt, yeah.
Oh gosh, they were funny.
I've got one here, and this one confused me. I'm gonna
Okay.
put an open on the show because this one confused. I don't mean the poem confused me. The writer did. And when I read it in English, didn't I? Jean, and it's not. It's Jean. So it's male, not female. Yeah. Jean C. Bertrand. I hope I got
I
that.
think it's a lady, but
As far as I could make out, it was a gentleman. But however, if I get it wrong,
well, it might be a joke.
if I get it, no,
Don't worry about it.
if I get it wrong, I mean, what can I do? I'm only human. Or humanoid. I'm one or the other. I can't remember.
No, take it back. It is a male.
Hey?
It's a male.
It is a male?
I think it's a male. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Well, if we're wrong together. It's better to be wrong together than wrong alone.
That's right. That's right. Works for me.
Hello, Sandy Worthen. Sandy Worthen Bourne. Nice to know you're watching from Ohio. Thank you for letting us know, Chris. Cheers, buddy. Now, I wept in that cold rain, this one is called. I wept in that cold rain. Eye trembling, flesh in pain, silently walking to the road, opening my eyes, inhaling the freshness breeze. I wept in that blazing sun, tasted the sweat getting stronger, experiencing the darkened world, bathed in the mud to rejuvenate my spirit. I wept inside the sacred temple, gazed at the walls, collected divine images, burning candles, steady praising, overwhelming joy, singing Hallelujah. J.C. Bertrand.
Yeah, that's an awesome poem.
I reckon he found himself within himself. Through pain came joy. Isn't it really strange in life? We can find joy in pain, especially after the pain eases.
Yeah.
It's a world of opposites we live in, isn't it? High, low, quick, slow, pain, no pain. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here about something. I had read that poem already because he's in a group that I'm in, and he beat me to it because I was gonna ask him if I could read it.
Just a second, man. I'm just going, Charlotte, the name is spelled Jean. Middle letter C.
Yeah.
And Bertrand, Bertrand. And as far as I could make
Right.
it was a gentleman. And yet my inner self told me it was Jean C. Bertrand, not John. What can I say?
Well, here in the because I don't know where this person is from. I'd have to look it up. But here in the States, Jean can be spelled for the woman. Usually, Jean is Jean, but for the male,
It's
it could be
G-E-N-E.
spelled either way.
Yeah,
The
it's a G-E-N.
Gene or the J. And if it's Jean and they're from like here, I know some men whose name is Jean and it is pronounced Jean. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. I thinking it's male, but I'm not for sure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Chris has just come back to me, and Arlene has come back to me. Should I say? It says male on his. It says he on his profile. Yeah. So it's he.
Okay.
Unless he forgot the yes.
Yeah, because I'm.
Say she.
Yeah, because I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking that because Jeannie and I thinking she said he was a guy because I'm Jeannie Kirchin.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm admin on her group on her page, and we were just discussing things, and because I didn't know some of these new people. I'm like, who is this person, and I think she said he was a guy. So
Hey, even Maria's just
but you ready for my next point?
thought provoking. Oh. And
Oh, and I loved. I mean, when I read it, I'm like going, oh, I'd still love to read that because that was so beautiful. Okay, are you ready for my next one?
Go on, tell me who it is.
Yep, I'm gonna tell you who it is. Darn cursor! I could say something else, but I just got out of church, so I'm gonna be nice.
D-O-N?
Huh?
No.
No, I said cursor.
Cursor. Yeah.
The poet is. I'm afraid if I say it wrong, I could say what it is because I know what it is, but I'll probably mess it up. So I'm gonna read it. I'm sure. The writer is TMT, capital T.
Yeah.
Capital M.
M.
And then DeSarro. Yeah, T-M.
Yeah.
And then last name is capital D-I, capital S-A-R-R-O. DeSarro.
I know.
And he did ask me to mention, because I think you might be able to find some of his work, is the name he uses is T.M. DeSarro. That Facebook shows his full name, which is Thomas, and I can't remember the middle name, but he uses T.M. DeSarro. And he asked me if I could please mention Instagram at TM DeSarro, and that's all in lowercase letters.
Excellent.
So I don't know why he wanted me to do that, except maybe that might be where you can find some of his work. So
Yeah.
I told him yes, I would, since he was kind enough to let me
Yeah.
read his work.
He's
Uh-huh.
he's what you he's it's another platform, man. He's just letting you know he's on another platform outside of Facebook, yeah?
Yeah. Well, if I figured you wouldn't mind if I did it, because
No.
I told him, yeah, I didn't mind. I mean, he was kind enough to let me read this.
No, so long as we're reading their poetry, man, that's fine. It's what we don't need is the whole show getting flooded with stuff like that, because then people can't concentrate on the poetry. Yeah, come on then. I'm
right. I was gonna add it at the bottom.
Hey?
Okay.
Yeah.
Next time I'll ask.
No.
Am I?
Go on.
I'm not in trouble? Okay. The title of the poem is Selfish. When we were young, we played with matches. As we grew up, we played with fire. The things once looked upon as mischief became the things that we desire. I used to look up at the stars and foolishly did want them all. But now that time has passed me by, the stars looked up to seem so small. For all my wishes have been wasted. Thought I had much more to say. The fires have all burned down to embers. The years just uneventful days. When I was young, I took my chances. Jumped right in without a care. Thought the world revolved around me. All my toys would never share. As I grew up, things were so different for all concerned, but not for me. It seems some things we can't grow out of as we pursue life selfishly.
Oh man, do you know what? That is something else, and I mean, it is very true. As we grow old and we get a little bit wiser, don't we? But when we're young, we don't see the end. We're too young to see the end. It's only as we come down that line we start to realize there is an end to the rope, and we've got to
And so,
someone else around us. Yeah, everybody.
and sometimes we don't.
Everybody is saying I froze. Yeah, Marna.
Yeah,
Everybody's saying I froze.
yeah, you did.
And yet, I still have you live and me live on the camera. Yeah.
No, what I was going to say is that, yeah, just like you, we have youth and then we grow up and we change. But some of us, we still, and I know some who do,
Yeah.
they still pursue life so selfishly.
Yeah.
And, it is sad,
Oh.
But I think that's why I like that.
Yeah, it is very sad, and it does show you a side of life that we don't like.
Yes.
That situation, we really and truly don't. We don't see it the way they see it. But why drive so hard for the life when you're going to be on your own at the end of it? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And what I pursue selfishly, and I'm not going to lie, is my writing. I mean, that is my passion. It's what I do, and yeah, I do pursue it selfishly, and I probably always will.
I'm gonna move my phone, Mark.
But move your phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna move the phone. I'm gonna keep moving until I see if I can get back into picture. See, it's doing it again. The phone is roasting up on me again. It done this last week, and it went really, really hot when the show was on. It really went hot, and it's really hot now to hold. I'll have no fingerprints at the end of this. I really won't. What I'll do is I'll hold it for a while and see if it makes any difference. I don't know if it's brought the picture back.
Well, so you have it, you moved it, and you have it broken up right now.
Am I moving? Am I moving in your picture?
Uh-uh.
Yeah?
You're still right there in the middle.
Is my hand going up and down?
Well, the text message, the text are going. You got your hand under your chin.
No, not anymore, I don't. It's not there anymore. My hand is moved. So I'm stilled out on you as well. My whole picture is stilled out then, is what's happened.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. You know, I
And
guess you
you
are.
people so lucky. You don't have to suffer all this time with my mug on the face of this. It's
No, I'm lucky too. And since I don't see that good, I didn't see that right away.
and it's great because I can see me and I can see you. But I know you don't have to suffer now because you don't have to see me. There you go, you get a
I
peace
don't have to see
sleep
you.
tonight.
Well, are you ready for me to read my last newbie?
Okay, I'll let you do your last newbie.
Yes, I've never read 5 new. I mean, this is like awesome. I'm like really loving this. This is the one that Nina sent me.
Go on.
This is the one that Nina sent me, and I so love this poem. Thank you, Nina. And it's titled. The poet is Jeremy Mason.
Yes.
Write that down, John.
I have it now, yeah.
You need me to spell it?
No, I'll take a chance.
Okay, good. And the poem is titled Grandma.
Oh.
And again, this did touch me. What do you say about the kind of woman who postpones her own passing for a few weeks so her man could have the spotlight? A servant's servant, a heart of gold. I'll always picture her eating alone, reheated food, because everybody else had to eat first. I'll always remember how I learned to be hungry when I would visit, because I would be fed either way. Sandwiches, chips, and goodies. I'll remember bottles of Mountain Dew that neither her or Grandpa drank, on reserve for my visits, on reserve for my visits. I'm going to miss those popcorn balls, Hershey Kiss, Mice peanut butter, cookies, those brownies, that bottomless coffee pot, always ready to give more, like Grandma, who opened up her home to everybody, opened up her heart to anybody who needed a mother, or a grandmother, or a friend. I'll never forget those hugs that reminded me how so strong a woman was still so fragile. Her hugs seemed to say, I love you, but I'd rather serve you than hug you. But if you need a hug, I can do that too. Whatever you need, whatever you want. I'll never forget the way she put others first. I love her forever. I wasn't ready for this, but she's with Grandpa, with Jesus. And I'll catch up someday, and I'll make sure I come hungry.
Ah, that touches me, and I read it the other night in the group, in one of the poetry groups, and wow, when I read it, the first thing came back was my grandma. I loved my grandma. My dad's mum it was, and I loved it to pieces. And I loved staying the weekend with her because I was guaranteed to get everything I never got at home from grandma. And grandmas were made for that purpose. They really were. They made you feel.
I love both my grandmas, but you know who I think about when I read that? I think about my mom before the Alzheimer's began, and the way she was with my kids and my nieces and nephews. And that's the kind of grandma she was. She would make sure that everybody ate before she sat down at the table.
Yes, my nan was very much the same.
Yeah, and she would make blackberry dumplings. Okay, and but I always got first blackberry dumplings, and no matter what, I would, because sometimes she would make other things that I couldn't eat, and I could eat blackberry dumplings. So I got first dibs, and you just don't. I did. Just like I don't know if you know what beignets are.
No.
I think y'all might call them bagnettes or something, but they're fried. They're Cajun food, French, and they're fried. They're fried bread dough, and a lot you can put syrup on them, jelly, whatever. And whenever she'd make those, of course, I couldn't eat them because they were fried. But she always would bake bread in the afternoon, homemade bread. Who got the first homemade bread? I did. You know.
The smell of homemade bread is just unbeatable. Absolutely unbeatable.
No, you know your grandkid, your kids were spoiled by grandma when the first thing that they would do when they go to to my mom's house was go see what kind of cakes were on the snack bar.
Yes, exactly. Yes. That's first and foremost.
Yeah, she had a yeah, well, she had a cake bakery. So on Sundays there was always a layer cake waiting. So they would go see what kind of filling she put on it. And of course she'd always put something they liked,
Oh,
you know.
it was always for the grandchildren, wasn't it?
Yeah, or it would be half lemon filling on top, or half chocolate. Both of them in the same. She'd make the oblong cake, the long cake, and she would half would be one thing and half the other, so everybody would be happy.
Brilliant.
And if it wasn't there, she would sometimes wait. If it wasn't there, and they'd kind of look at her, she goes, "It's waiting in the bakery." She's because it would be in the. She hadn't brought it out yet, and the kids would look at her like, "We don't get cake today," because it was Sunday.
Oh,
Oh no, oh gosh. I mean, oh, we have such good memories. My mom was something else. I mean, and when the Alzheimer's took over, it was, it was such a light in our lives that was taken away because she could make you laugh. I mean,
just straight off, yeah.
you know, we, oh yeah, she would make the best gumbo in the world.
Oh,
And And even though I couldn't eat when I couldn't eat certain things things that she'd make, she'd always make something else for me because she knew I wouldn't be able to eat the main course that she was having. So there was always something else for me, like potato salad. I can't eat potato salad with mayonnaise, so she would always make one separate for me without the mayonnaise, but mashed potatoes with the egg and with the pickles and the all the whole 9 yards. So I'd have my own little kind of potato salad, and everybody else would have the right kind, and I'd have mine.
I'm glad I've stilled out because I'm actually drooling here listening to you.
Oh yeah, well, go ahead.
I might, nobody when I'm gone from the camera, I might just nip to the freezer and grab a.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand because most of us got to moms, like some of us would get there kind of early. So, like we would go after church, and so yeah, she would have kind of breakfast waiting, and then we'd have lunch later.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would have. That's why she would make the beignets, and and then I would wait until she'd make the bread in the afternoon, and I had my little bottle of syrup waiting for me. Like my bottle of syrup, and I got my little plate with waiting for the bread, because I would get the first little buns out.
You were spoiled
I'm
rotten.
telling you.
We're absolutely spoiled rotten.
Oh, it wasn't that I was spoiled. They got theirs first. They were more spoiled than I was.
So listen, what?
No, but it was a great.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. And I mean, we can look around us all we like. Things have changed so much, and a lot of these things have gone. And we have great empathy with the children today. Not experienced,
Yeah, and that's
we
when I read this.
experienced.
Well, when I read this, and it says, and I love the last line, and I'll make sure I come hungry. all I could think of was, some of my family, because that would be my family. It's like, oh, I'll be hungry when I see you. Look, this is what one of the nieces and nephews said, and I laughed at this. They said, "I wonder if when we all get to heaven, I wonder if we're gonna have a white oh, is it, oh gosh, red velvet. What if my mom's gonna have a red velvet cake waiting for us?" I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, you become selective after a while, don't you?
Oh God. Oh, I'm telling you, she was something else. I mean, she would do anything. Oh, but don't get me wrong. The kids had rules, and let me tell you, when you ticked her off, you knew it. And the kids had rules at her house, and they didn't very often sway away from the rules because they didn't want to tick her off. I mean, they were afraid they weren't going to get a treat if they did.
Hey, guess what? I've just noticed there.
What?
Only for Charlotte, I wouldn't have known. Alexandra's back in again. She sneaked in again. She never lets us know she's coming, does she? She just appears.
Hi, Alexandra.
Hi, Alexandra.
I don't know who all that
Nice to see you there.
because I can't read the little.
My
I can't read. It's hard for me to read the little things.
yes, I know. That's I'll keep you informed. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah,
You said Chris was here?
Chris.
Chris Eldridge?
Yes,
Okay.
and Chris even said that there was no.
I can't remember. Huh?
Yeah, Chris even said it. There were no rules at Grandma's. There never was rules at Grandma's.
No, there were not.
No.
It's like, well, the only rules that we had was that you couldn't walk on the fence. We had a short fence. They had a short fence between the two properties, my aunt and uncle's property and theirs, and it was made from tires.
Hmm.
Okay, you got to try to picture. It was made from tires cut in half. You were not allowed to walk on the tire fence. Now, the tires were above pieces of wood, but you weren't allowed to walk on the tire fence. And the kids would try to. Now, if you got caught, your name got said, not yelled at, it was just said, and you got the evil eye. I've never seen kids jump off a fence so fast in my life.
Wow. By the way, I've got something to tell you.
Including
You listening?
what?
I have to tell you,
Uh-huh.
Darlene Peoples is here.
That's my sister.
There you go. Darlene is here. Well, at least
Hi, sis. How you doing?
you could say hello. Goodness me.
I did. Hi, sis. How you doing?
Did you? I'm doing fine. I'm okay, yeah. I thought you were asking me how I'm doing.
No, I know how you're doing. You're freezing up.
Hey, Eva said so are you.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Okay, I take that back, John.
I'm great because you've not frozen up to me and I've not frozen up to me, so I'm still happy. I'm smiling. I'm eating a Magnum.
You're moving frozen with your voice. I mean, your voice is fine.
Yeah, my voice is brilliant. Since I stopped smoking, it's great. It's
I didn't say it was brilliant. I said I can still.
all right, go on then. Tell me, which of your poems have you brought for us tonight?
Well, the one that I got the comment on, and I will not name names, but I got a comment on this about that reading it, they could hear me reciting it. So I chose to recite it.
So this is
Okay.
Marna Dupree Badgerow, yes?
Yes. So this is my poem. It's titled Its Own Painted Hue. It was but a shadow that adorned the moon, changing its presence, and her imagination bloomed. It was a face, it seemed, now born with a smile. She could not turn away and gazed at it a while. Could it be what she sees? Or was it a trick of light? Was it possible? Could this be true? Or was it a trick of newfound sight? So much has changed in her as she glances at the sky. She asks not who changed her, nor does she question why. Perhaps the moon does have a face that smiles and shines in its glee. Perhaps it was another gift of remembrance. The night holds her attention, and then she closes her eyes. She sketches upon her this treasure seen in the sky. Oh, one day she will sight of this incredible moment, this miraculous view of a moon that greeted her. Yeah, the moon had greeted her to midnight in its own painted hue.
Myrna, I would say this till I'm blue in the face. I love the colours of your poems. Absolutely love the colours. They are so picturesque. Absolutely unreal.
Oh, and I'll explain what this is about. I'm sure y'all all remember when we had the supermoon. I don't know if y'all had it in the UK,
Yes, we did, yeah.
but we had what they called, okay, well, the supermoon. Well, I didn't know this, but they kind of like had a face in it. Well, my son called me and I asked him, I said, dude, is there a face in that moon? This was after my eye surgeries. And all I got from him was, oh my God, Mom, you can see that? And my son was silent. So I took a picture of it with my phone because I wanted to make sure that I was actually seeing what I was seeing, and I was seeing what I thought I was seeing. So that's what I said. I had to write of it because it was like, wow. I mean, not only the fact that it was so awesome, but the fact that I could see it.
And you know, you're
Because I thought really my eyes were playing tricks on me.
yeah, but your excitement is portrayed in the poem, just like your reaction now. Your excitement is in the poem as well. And that's absolutely beautiful. That is
And
so engaging.
yes, and I'm emotional. I'm sorry, but that was a very special moment that I had after my eye surgeries, and it's one I'll never forget. And when I said, "Yeah, I'll have to write of this sometime," I didn't write it right away. I did not write this until just a little bit ago. I'm just maybe a month ago or so.
Yeah. And
It took me that long to write.
well, you wrote it beautifully, absolutely beautifully. Yes, indeed. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Put it on for us. Wow.
Okay, I'm done.
Are you done? Well, have a beautiful week.
I'm done.
Enjoy whatever you do get up to. Yeah. And I'll look
Yep.
forward to talking to you during the week in the messenger. We get some poems together. If you need any, let us know, yeah? And I'll pop a couple over to you if you need a couple. But I'm sure
Yep.
you're not bad at fishing yourself. You're doing well.
Thank you. You have everybody. I love you guys, and thank y'all for listening. And I'm sorry if I screwed up a few times, but that's me,
Hey, what did I say the last time? There is no such thing as
That was my eyes that.
so. We don't do screw ups.
Wait. That wasn't my eyes that caused that. It was my cursor. It was like, where are you at? Why aren't you going where I'm going with you?
Oh yes.
But I will post the poems after the show's over so everyone can read them.
Fabulous. Thank you, Marna. Marna, have a lovely week. I'll go and grab Nina and give it a try. Yeah? Before she kills me.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, Marna. Love you to pieces. Mwah.
too. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Well, everybody, Arna the pre-bedroom. Lady comes on every week, and again, the strength and the pillar she was tonight, she picked up to help out myself and Nina. I did find her.
Hello.
There she is, there. Am I back on camera?
You are. What? You can't
Damn.
do the show from
I'm
work.
gonna put vapor down now.
Huh?
I'm gonna put me vapor down now.
Yes, you have. I could hear you.
I went out, I just switched off the internet, yeah? And I switched it back on. But it was still able
Right.
to,
Yeah.
you know, so I got that much done. I'm learning. I'm taking risks. People will sleep more peacefully tonight now after that hour's break.
After what?
After that hour's break.
No, I think we probably lost everybody now.
No, we're still going. We're still going. Not a problem. It's starting to
Okay.
grow again. It's going back up again. God, I must have been missed. Oh, I'm not bad, really. Really a pretty little thing, haven't I? Pretty little thing. Next week I'll wear my tutu.
Oh, lovely. I look forward to that.
Oh, you will. I know you will. Oh, Charlotte's there. Yeah, I think everybody's still there.
I'm
Nina.
gonna wear dark glasses next week. I'm
Hmm?
gonna wear dark glasses next week.
Act that brightly.
Blacked out glasses, actually, not just dark, completely black.
I think I'll go get dark glasses, actually. See, I can't stand up and walk around now.
No, you can't do anything now. Were you really eating a Magnum?
You will never know.
You were, you were, weren't you?
You will never know.
Oh, yes, you were.
Oh, dear. I didn't
Right.
actually. I left. You would have heard the freezer open.
Mm-hmm. How many have
I
you got
didn't.
left? How many have you got left?
Magnums.
No, poems.
I got 2 magnums left.
What I want to know about your Magnums. How many poems have you got?
Oh, poems. Sorry.
Yeah, you know, the thing we're here for.
Quotes. Kathy is back with us. How many poems have we got left? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You best get going then. Got me
Okay,
popcorn.
bye.
Ready? Go on then, off you go.
You got what? Popcorn.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the show.
And I didn't even get me magnum.
What? I'm sitting comfortably. I'm sitting comfortably. I've got my popcorn. You've got loads to read. I thought I'd watch this week.
I'm going to sit comfortably and seethe.
You do that.
So I've got to start, have I?
Yeah.
Hey, this is one you and I read. We spoke about this one on Wednesday, I think it was.
Okay.
But there's no title for this one. I looked for the title. There is no title for this one.
Okay.
And it's by Hajir Smada. Yeah?
Yeah.
No title. And we both like the sound in this one. This is a real strong poem, isn't it? There's great strength in this one. You can't even remember it really, can you?
How very dare. I can.
Oh, why I go through things with you pre-show.
Yeah, right. It's always me that forgets things, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, no title. God endows me with a sharp sword. Writing poetry is always my escape and remedy. I cannot deny my endeavour to be a poet, the one who bears humanity errands, fighting against all abnormalities. Truth and justice are my last destinies. The light that comes out of those scribbling melodies is just unique to those whom God trusts deeply. Poetry is writing in serenity and tranquility, when the soul seeks refuge in such a life enormity, when the moon casts its glimmering light over desperate humans. Fusion between all these discrepancies is that ultimate goal. Hajar Smada. We do. We have a pen that is mightier than a sword.
Yeah.
And we can cut people to pieces, or we can help them into the light.
Yeah. We've
One
said this,
way or
haven't we?
the
Words.
power.
Yeah. Words are
Yeah.
possibly the most powerful thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
And yeah, putting them into different contexts can make all the difference in the world, really. So yeah, you can make or break somebody with words, definitely.
Yeah. And we've seen people being made or broken from them, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, brilliant. Lovely, right? And I do remember that one because I found it. So no.
You did. But I didn't want to brag on your behalf, you know.
Lovely, thank you. That's okay. Right.
I forgot down, didn't I?
Probably.
Go on.
So,
Who's your first?
Jeff Hull.
Catch you later, Charlotte. Thank you, sweetie, for being there.
This is called The Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. When there is no answer, and I know the wolf is stalking, it is in the pit of my stomach that the darkness burrows its stench, a sickening gut feeling, and there's nothing I can do. Nor am I allowed, and the hopeless feeling causes fear to have its way, as I know the hurt he's caused and the damage done. I am helpless in this need and want, shackled by her lack of love. I can only sit in shadows as I am kept in the wings and out of reach, reminded that I'm only granted way as it is seen fit to be allowed. I have only one choice in the matter. It is all she offers. Like a starved man eager to eat, I can only sit and suffer the hunger, as I am gifted but the table scraps and made to feel the full, while the wolf in sheep's clothing silently stalks his prey.
Oh,
Oh,
that's deep.
oh no.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
oh.
Oh, yeah, I wonder if
Yeah.
there's truth behind that one. I get the feeling there might well be, actually.
Yeah. That sounds really to the skin and the bone, doesn't it?
That's absolutely about as raw as it gets, isn't it?
Yes.
Fabulous, right?
Great,
Yeah,
right? Absolutely brilliant, right? That,
yeah.
whew,
One of those
I
ones
don't
again.
know how,
When you read it over, you see more and more in it each time. You can read more and more between the lines every time you read it through. Yeah,
oh yes.
loved that one.
Wow. That's gonna have a few people now for the rest of the week, you know this, don't you?
Yeah, oh, my popcorn's gone down the wrong hole.
Oh God, you need a magnum.
That'll learn me. I don't like magnums. Andy likes magnums. I like fruit
You
lollies.
don't like
No, I'm
who?
not keen. I'm not that keen on chocolate ice. You know, like chocolate coated ice cream lolly type things. I like the fruity ones.
Oh, you've not lived.
Well, I have for 46 years.
No. You just thought you did. Fruit lollies.
Unfortunately, 46 years, far too many. I'm not 10 off. Right. I wish.
Eva, take it easy. Even thanks for being in tonight, Eva. Eva's got to go. She's getting frustrated with the breaking up of the internet.
Yeah.
I blame the governments of the world and these
Right.
brutal sites they put up for the internet. Absolutely. And I'm sorry for swearing on the radio, but they are crap. They're not worth it. I mean, you look at the likes of my carrier, my company, EE, that makes billions every year from people getting the internet service on them. That's non-provided. Are you listening, EE? Yes, I'm talking about you. Yeah, I'm getting it off my chest now.
Yeah. We're going to have to try and do something about it, though, because it does spoils the show and it spoils the reads when it's as glitchy as this. So we'll have to try
I
and
know.
sort it out.
I know.
What a giveaway, Chris. What, me telling my age? I don't mind. I don't care. Past caring anymore. People can know how old I am.
Oh, God, them tablets are doing you the world of good.
I know. I have
Or
no
is it the popcorn?
Okay. And we have another one from Catherine Macmillan Syho. I think we've read one of hers before, and they're very spiritual poems. And this is called Open Your Heart and Let Love Reign. Once love has been shared, the truth of it remains as an energy that can be profoundly felt far beyond the human experience. Open your heart and let this truth expand beyond the boundaries of your physical experience. Let its goodness move out in all directions to mingle with the thousands who open their hearts to receive it. They are waiting there to be touched by your truth, such that they too might benefit by the joy expressed. Imagine the expansion of light that mingles, dances there, showers down into the waiting arms of those who need just that. Be that giving. Share love in a selfless manner. There is enough there to go around. Let that be your truth. I can honestly say that love, unlike some of the other emotions, is one sought after by all who attend your earth journey, and that sharing it, even on the minutest scale, can increase the joy inherent in both its release and in the receiving. Open your heart and love that much. Let love reign, for in that act of selfless love comes the gift of untethered joy. Let that be your goal, to love others without hesitation. Open your heart to that and let love reign.
Wow. You and I spoke about something, touched on something like this, didn't we, in conversation?
Yeah.
And saying like in your 20s, you're one type of person. In your 30s, you seem to change that a little bit into another person. And into your
Yeah.
40s and so forth.
Yeah.
And again, it's learning all the way through. And it is, just said it. It's a wonderful truth. It is, yes.
Yeah. It's one of those ones again that you could, it's one of those ones you want to write on a little card and keep in your pocket and take away with you. You need to remember the words of that and the thoughts behind it. I thought it was really lovely, really lovely. Yeah, so thank you for giving us your permission, Catherine.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very, very nice.
Yes. Go on then, you go.
Go where?
Off
You
to
want me to
sea
read another one?
with it.
A gentleman here named Don Wells.
Yes, you have.
Excuse me. Named Don Wells. Don gave me his permission on Friday night to actually read this one, yeah?
Yeah.
It's called The Game. I wrote with Don some couple of years back, yeah?
Yeah.
And I've not seen anything of Don's only until this week. I've seen this one and I thought I'm gonna have a pull at this one, yeah?
Yeah.
The Game. So here we go. Love is sneaky and it's stealthy. Love is slyer than a fox. We're not certain that we found it until it has been lost. It's always just ahead of you. It's the master of its game. Set some bait or set a trap. The outcome's just the same. A nimble little foe and a worthy opponent. But look at what it does when you rest here for a moment. Lay still here and wait a bit with an outstretched hand, and you see it come close. Now do you understand? Love is not a hunted hare. Love is no one's prey. Capture it, and you will find it always gets away. Learn to hold on loosely, for love is bound to stray. But keep your hand out for it, for when it comes again. And it
Oh,
does. It's like we said, you fall out of love, you fall into love. It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
yeah. Yeah. What sentiments as well.
Yeah, and the thing that hurts you can make you feel better. That's not a bad medicine, is it?
Wow, it's a bit bittersweet sometimes, though, isn't it? It's not nice to swallow sometimes, that medicine.
It's always bittersweet. But they say it doesn't taste good is actually good for you. It means there's no sugar,
What, like
doesn't
antibiotics?
it?
Yeah. No, you're all right, thanks. Yeah. I'll stick with the one I've got. He's all right. He's pretty well trained and relatively harmless now, so it's fine.
Blame the magnums.
It's taken me a while to whip him into shape, but he's all right. He's getting there now.
Leave the Matrix out. We'll get on with the poetry.
Not that kind of whipping.
Oh,
Okay, so here we have a new lady, and it's Heidi McGurran, and it's called The Witch and Her Magic Rocks. And she writes, I think this one attracted me because it was very similar to Debbie Klinglesmith's kind of writing. So much going on in this one, so much description. It's just incredible. So keep focused the whole way through because there's stuff going on the whole time. It's amazing. So The Witch and Her Magic Rocks. Not long ago, she flashed through fingers in a sign as I photographed her against the bluest of waves, crashing, yet gently, against the secret beach of sand. Each grain a tiny stone, the musical sounds of the crashing of waves, like timpani drums, rolls coming in. Gentle breeze sounds pulling the salt water back, deep down, back into the mother body of the ocean. Point Lobos guards its secrets in subtle sounds. When you close your eyes, reminded of a hidden faraway lake, Pyramid Lake, whose tiny grains of sand were minute, seashells of endless variety spilling wonder through my fingers, water falling home to earth. The sulphur water bubbled and sizzled and threw steaming rivers into the air. Quiet there. The stars flew across the heavens and seemed to race to somewhere beyond imagination. She, the woman with the flashing fingers, searched deep in her small shiny bag, held together by ribbons, and came up with 2 rocks. One larger, one quite small, names I forget. Smoothness remembered, that hold magic dreams and lie near my pillow where I sleep. Green weeds of medicine she pressed into my hands, giving me energy, reminding me of the woman who, when banned from her village, suddenly the river dried up, the animals disappeared, the plants all died, and the rocks grew hot and dry. In the burning sun, the people suffered so. In a dream I found her and brought her back home. The earth shook itself out of its turmoil and slowly began to unravel itself and bring hope and beauty. Water began to fall from the sky, trembling in the magic of drums of ecstasy, as children danced around and women let down their long black hair.
wow. You were right. Wow.
What an incredible
Wow.
thing, wasn't it? It's of another world, isn't it? It's just amazing.
No, that was. Wow.
Yeah, takes you somewhere else completely, doesn't it?
I was in the clouds, under the water,
I know.
somewhere copying the mountain. It was absolutely blitzing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You need to hear that one again and again and again. It's just, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I thought it was amazing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really awesome. I
You can
enjoyed
see
that.
attention. I found another Debbie.
Wow. So what's her name again?
Heidi McGurran.
Wow, beautiful, Heidi. Thank you for sharing it with us. Whew.
Yeah, look forward to a lot more from Heidi. That was absolutely astounding. Loved it.
You do find them, don't you?
Smoking. Oh, yes, I do.
Wow. I have
Yeah.
I have a lady for my next one. I can't read it like this lady because she reads them beautifully herself. Absolutely
Okay.
lovely, lovely book for reading. Have you any idea who I'm talking about?
Not a clue.
No, I didn't think so. So much for telepathy.
No, no, no. I changed channel from you a long time ago. It was all getting too much.
It's like they'll all be changing channel from me. God almighty. This is called Crave Poetry. And it's by Casey, Kathy, Linsek, Glore. And Casey's in the UK at the moment.
She is. She's on my turf. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, one of her bucket list pieces. Yes.
Mm.
And Crave Poetry. And like I said, I can't do this in feminine voice, and I certainly can't do it like Casey. So
Oh, I
I'll
think
do
you're
it like
underestimating yourself, love. I've heard your feminine voice.
this
Carry on.
song that'll get on your nerves. Get on your nerves. So start me off.
Let's not sing again, please.
Here we go. Moody. Sorry, Crave Poetry. Moody, foggy, mysterious night. Snow looms high. No rain in sight. Slowly, softly, whispering low. Your deepest desires. How far will you go? Sexily, smoothly, kissing begins. Tasting your flavors, giving all to win. Sweetness, tenderness, passion grows. Hungrily amazing, of love it flows. Shaking, moaning, desires rage. Flesh on flesh, craving what you crave. Deepening, soulfully, out of control. Euphoria in unison. Contentment, now full. Cassie,
Oh, that was steamy, wasn't it?
what a day. Wow.
Have you just got a
Has
couple
she
of shades
fallen
redder?
in love with me? Would you say?
Mm.
Wow, that sounds. Listen, that smells like wedding cake to me.
Smells like burning to me. Hot.
Smoking.
Smoking. Oh, brilliant. Nice. Love that one.
Yes, thank you, Casey. Wow.
So you went hunting for that one then, did you? What drew you to that one then?
What drew me to it was sexily, smoothly, kissing begins. I was totally attracted to that part.
Right, okay. Yeah.
That's what I said before.
That'll
Yeah.
do it. Wouldn't it?
That'll do.
You need to take more of your powders, love. Okay, and I've got one here from Faye Slim, and it's called If Only. Very, very short, but very, very sweet. No tonic compares to dawn's rewarding blackbird melodies, fondly spilling abroad. Silent drips with explosion as soul bears untaught notes, ready to pierce crystal air. If only my pen could capture each droplet of sound, as alchemy bottled in rapture soaks festering, mood of doleful feelings, and dosing joy in more eve, invoking my mentals to note chorus and sing aloud. Of all nature's trilled symphonies, a bird's throaty repertoire hastens me to rise early. So with ancient soliloquies stirring my sleep, I gratefully rouse and intend to drink deeply. Love that. Early morning blackbird. Isn't that
Isn't it?
nice? Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
We're
You can
really
picture it,
rapid
can't you?
here. We're really getting into it here. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. That was really, as I say, that it doesn't. They don't have to be long, do they? To say a lot. And that one you can just picture the morning scene, can't you? Laying in bed, listening to the blackbird, and then happy to wake up and get up. Love that one.
Well, you've got something to get up for now, haven't you? Once when you start
The
hearing that symphony of the blackbirds, you know what I mean? Like, well, nature is
blackbird.
up, isn't it?
Blackbird's such a pretty noise, isn't it? They make such a lovely song, the blackbirds. So yeah, really lovely.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful creatures.
Yeah. Do you want me to go again, or have you got one?
No, go on, you go again.
Okay. So we have the lovely Kathy Wagner Coates, and she's always so gorgeous whenever I ask her if we can have one of her poems. And I think she was in earlier. I hope she's still with us. It's called The Other Side of Living. Death, a faceless door, a primitive arm of authority, screeching its chalkboard nails as it digs deep into your soul, holds you in a choke while your body falls limp as trees in the fiery sun, knocking you glass flat and emptied of thought, with yawning eyes void of sight, blinded of light. It was you who traced my movements, steadfast, relentless, constant. Certainly, I was a perfect score for the other side of living, and on my weakest, most vulnerable day, I grasped your boneless, fleshless hand and waved my life away with subtle dismissal. Without much thought, I walked with you far into the tranquil night, placidly, childlike, without commotion, heading towards a different side of life, and I never, ever, intentionally looked back.
I love that. I do. I really
Oh,
like that.
that gives you the bit of the shivers, actually, doesn't it? That one. That's yeah.
It also gives you a little bit of educating on life. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love the description in there though, taking the hand and not looking. Yeah, brilliant. Love it. I love all of these. I think they're amazing. The poetry is just incredible.
Beautiful pieces coming through, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and then we have the lovely Pia Gosh, and oh, this one. I'm in competition with you now for sensuous. This is called. Are you ready? I might go a shade deeper at this one.
Oh,
this is called He Awakens Me. A glorious young morning has dawned. The sun colours the turquoise sea crimson. The echoes of the dark night fade away, melting into the haunting melodies of yesterday. The flitting silhouettes and shadows blend into the dusky memories of the past. The crescent silver sickle seeks shelter behind the golden veil of misty dawn. Even in my deepest slumber, his thoughts touch every pore, every cell, every nerve of my yearning body, painting its contours and crevices brilliantly with vibrant colours of his love. And a storm arises in my subconscious mind. He shakes me tenderly, he awakens me gently by the soft caress of his sensuous fingertips. I realised that he had visited me in my dreams by the tangy taste of his love, which stay on my hungry tongue and mouth, by the warmth of his passion bedecked embraces, which cocoon my aching limbs and fretting heart all through the day. I inhale the heady smell of his rum and the smoke of his favourite cigar with every breath I take.
Pia, just Pia. You know me and Pia's poetry anyway. And
Yeah.
she writes love poetry with
Yeah.
total love.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no error or anything else. It's just there. It's magnificent.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She's got to be the most sensual person I come across in writing. She just is, in a way it's understated, and that's the beauty of it. It doesn't have to be vulgar, it doesn't have to be in your face, it doesn't have to be, you know, graphically descriptive. That is sensual in itself, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's beautiful, and that is the big difference, like you say. Be able to write it in a way. It's like what Marna said in one of the poems earlier on that she had read, her own poem. It's like she said, it's the thing she misses about John is the easy things, sitting down having a coffee, him
Yeah.
watching football, reading a
Yeah.
book. And
Yeah,
Maya
totally.
writes that perfectly into
Yeah.
her poetry.
Yeah. So, you know, either her man's with her or he's not, but either way, you still get the sensual, the loving, the warmth of it all. I'd
Yes.
love to think she's writing this about someone, about her husband, partner, I don't know, whatever.
Well, it's never be about me, I know that, but it's never gonna happen.
No, love, it's not. But if
Right.
if it is about a partner or a husband or whatever, I just think what lucky people. Lucky for him that she feels that way about him, and lucky for her that she does. I just
Yes.
Oh, so lovely. Yeah.
Just writes, she puts it so beautifully. No matter what poem you come across, it's just wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love her
Tugs
poetry.
at the heartstrings every time, doesn't it?
Big time. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, bless her. And then we have a new lady. Well, I think she's new. Sheila Ann Anderson. Sorry,
How many have you got left
I
now?
don't know. Few.
Huh?
Few. I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know. I'm not scrolling down for you.
Ask a simple question you can't even get an answer. Come
Now
on.
you,
Off you pop.
now you know the hardships Andy faces.
Yeah.
But it's called Break Free by Sheila Ann Anderson. Break free from the nightmare by showing others that we really do care. Break free from the chains. All this comparing will drive us insane. Break free from the past. Do not let this bitterness last. Break free from the binds. We should never leave anyone behind. Break free from the rope. Everyone needs encouragement and hope. Break free from the shackles. No one deserves to be viciously tackled. Break free from the thick veils. Don't allow anyone to lower their sails. Break free from all doubt. Cry it from the rooftops, let it all out. Break free from all that holds you back. These ridiculous fears will only make you crack. Break free and decide to heed the call, to end this madness for once and all. Simply break free and you will see there can be a better tomorrow for you and me.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Let
yeah.
all the negativity go. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah. Live on the positivity, and you will always find something positive. Somebody, when you see yourself on the internet, somebody puts up a negative, having a bad day, whatever,
Yeah.
and they put a comment up, and every comment that comes in is filled with positivity.
Yeah.
I mean, if that happened to me putting up a post that I was feeling under the weather and I got all that positivity, it'd be a very long time before I'd be posting another one that's negative.
Exactly. People usually there for you, aren't they?
That's what I'm saying. Like a Duracell, there'd be no stopping me.
Yeah, well, yeah. Less said about your batteries, the better, mate. Go on then. You've got another one, haven't you?
Well, how fun you sent me. You're great at sending ones with no titles, I must say. Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Well, maybe you didn't have a title.
I didn't. Don't get all ratty. I'm just saying.
No, it's the ratty. He's here.
No, I don't know whether to actually read this one or not because it has no title.
Right.
And plus, it said whether you got permission or not.
Who is it?
Colette Nichelle Erk.
No.
I shall not read it. But I've got another
All
one.
right then.
I shan't read without permission, just in case.
No.
But if it comes up again another day, I'll keep on to the comment.
Yeah, she's got picked up
We do get
So,
Greek or anything, then yes. Yeah. So the next one is All I Want. No, not me. It's the poem.
oh, you want another
Right?
Magnum? Yeah, go on then.
Oh God, can I?
No.
I won't slow.
Okay, get reading.
Okay, I'm gonna read. I cast my sight far beyond my imagination. My hope is deeper, deeper than the ocean. It's wide, wider than the skies. All I want is infinity. No words can express it. It's a life of fantasy that I yearn to paint in bright colours. That is all I want. All I want is not a life of lights, neither is it joy of earthly riches, posh cars and mansions, big titles and honours. It's far wealth and powers, it's inner contentment I need to create memories. Live today, my future, relocate mind soul to a free, quiet island and set a new me. That is all I want. It's a life of freedom. I want to be me, reflect my own self, dance to own tunes, free from the eyes, no regrets. Not ever at all. That I broke my reputation in my evenings, a life I will look at, smile and say, yes, I lived then. That is all I want. And that's from Agri Pa.
Yeah, I love that one. That's very nice writing. Again, I know we had Agri last week, but when it's writing like that, they kind of deserve to be brought to the show more often, don't they? Yeah, very, very good. Lot again, a positive thing actually, quite a positive, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's quite positive in all of it. And again, it's down to we don't need to be millionaires, billionaires, gazillionaires, or whatever heirs at all. We are so enriched with those, and we are an enriched being ourselves. We've got something to offer.
Yeah, yeah,
And when it's not material, you're offering a hell of a lot more.
yeah, exactly. It's you know, that there's just, yeah, all these have got something to say, haven't they? They're every one of them tonight. Actually, you could take something away from, couldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. It's again, it's just pure coincidence the way the poems have come out this week, but they seem to be quite you know, stuff that you can take away with you, stuff that you can think about.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as well, Chris said it earlier on, didn't he? Quite thought-provoking, yeah?
Good
Yeah.
phrase, Chris. I like that. That's the one. Thought-provoking. Yeah. Yes. I didn't get didn't get that one. And then I have one more, and it's quite a lengthy.
One? Is that your last?
Yeah, but it's a lengthy one. It's a very lengthy one. It's the Susan Guest one.
Who's Susan Guest?
I've no idea. You gave her to me.
I know it. I know Susan.
You
lovely lady.
Asked me to read this one, and I went, yes, I would love to.
I did. And
You're very welcome.
Because I couldn't have done it any justice whatsoever.
Oh, well, I hope I can. We'll find out in a minute, won't we? It's called Beyond the Summer Waters. He carried her beyond the summer waters, across the loose and careless fields of autumn, to secure her within the frozen mountain vaults, a place known only to him and the winds of the north. A broken thing, her shards cut friendships, kept lovers far from their edges, no longer reflective of arc or prism, just jumbled bits, tied and bundled by betrayal's tongue. And so he collected her shattered pieces, tenderly manoeuvring her very essence into a pouch of days, a clutch of nights, the clasp holding her secure, that of sunbeams and twilight. With minute intensity he spread her like a puzzle upon the surface of his days, waiting for the time when the pieces would slowly fall into place, aided by a hand of dreams. Time moved across the rock face, the cliffs pulling in the golden rays of every dawn, the pools of mountain mist reflecting the stars' laughter, and he poured his love upon her very nature. He sang songs to heal her, pulling the gold from morning skies, the silver from glinting snow melt, the bronze of sunsets. Kintsugi strokes of liquid kindness. He filled the cracks, and with hopeful grace drew shard to shard, healing what was old, broken, and left behind. Achieving renewal, each scar a birthed furrow, dressing the whole in paths for waiting eyes to trace, lips to cherish, minds to remember, and dreams to magnify, as she rose from her destruction. A vision of permanence stronger in her changing, reinforced by his honouring of her journey. Spring stepped from the rocky ledge and leapt the rising currents to sky seas and white cloud sails. Spreading her mantle, she gleamed and glinted, laughed with gentle rain, invited him to dance in ribbons of morning lemon, persimmon, and mauve, then wrapped him in a warm sigh, pinned a crocus in his crystal lapel, and bid him adieu. Her rebirth had arrived. Spreading her green lusciousness, she wheeled and spun, laughed and whirled, scenting the very air with her joy as he waved from the highest heights. He disappeared into the thin air, his icy staff glinting his goodbye. The gifted crocus crushed in his sleeping hand, the petals falling upon the peaks, dusting them in shades of purple snow.
That was one hell of a story. Wow.
Oh,
And another with tons of things going on throughout.
yeah. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm speechless. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely incredible. I'll let you in. I'll let you into a little secret. I hadn't read that. That's the first time I've read it, and so that's new to me, the same as it is everybody else. So that's that's a reaction.
Don't you be surprised.
That's my reaction. So if that's my reaction, I'm hoping everybody else has got the same, because that was just phenomenal.
And again, later on, you're going to read it again, and I know you are.
I will.
Yeah? You do. It's the same. Like I said, I wrote with Susan again a couple of years back. I wrote with Susan. Lovely writer to write. But I think I done a duet with her, whatever it's called. We wrote together.
Collaboration.
That's a nice word. I love that one. Duet is easier to spell.
And say.
Duet.
Duet. Oh, well, if she writes like that, I mean, bring more, please.
Yeah, a lot of Susan's poetry is very, very like that.
Yeah.
Told story all the way through and beautifully written.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautifully written.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a story. I mean, it's a story, it's a dream, it's a story. It's just, yeah. I will be reading it again, 100%.
The whole event all the way through. Yeah. Magical. Absolutely magical.
Yeah.
Is that your last one?
That's my last one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's more than 9. You said you had 9, didn't you?
Oh, I might have fibbed. I don't know. It was just a ballpark figure.
You fibber.
No. I've got as many as I've got.
Oh, yeah. You know, we have a moral story for tonight to go out. I meant to ask Marina to do 1 or 2, what do you call it again?
Quotes.
Because I forgot to take the 2 quotes she sent me.
Did you now?
I did.
Lovely.
But I've got a story though.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a moral story. And I'm going to read it without being a jester tonight. Are we ready?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And it's just called Moral Story, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A man who lived a long time ago believed he could read the future in the stars. He called himself an astrologer and spent his time at night gazing at the sky. He was always busy worrying about the future, and villagers often came to him hoping to know what their futures would hold. One evening he was walking along the open road outside of the village. His eyes were fixed on the stars. He thought he saw there that the end of the world was near. He was lost in his thoughts about the future. As he was looking at the stars, he kept walking without looking down. Suddenly, he fell into a ditch filled with muddy water. He was sinking in the muddy water and frantically trying to claw at the sides, which were slippery in his efforts to climb out. He was unable to get out, and fearing for his life, he began screaming for help. His cries brought the villagers flocking to the spot. As they pulled him out of the mud, one of the villagers said, "You pretend to read the future in the stars, and yet you fail to see what's at your feet. This may teach you to pay more attention to what is right in front of you, and let the future take care of itself." "What is the use," said another, "to read the stars when you can't see what's right here on earth?" Moral of the story. We all want the future to be bright and happy, but the time doesn't stop for anyone. Each tomorrow turns into today. Your present is also a part of your future. There is always a tomorrow to look forward to and improve, but you can't go back to yesterday. So maintain the balance of your present life while you work for a better tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Actually, I've just because I've just pulled up a couple of quotes if you want them, and funnily enough, one of them is very much along those lines, and it says the best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
I mean, when you look at the sky, you're definitely going to walk down a hole. There's no doubt about it. You don't miss anything else that's level, aren't you?
Yeah.
A tree, trip down a hole, disappear.
Mm.
And then you end up like all the last 200 people that have predicted the end of the world in the sky.
Mm.
We're still waiting.
Yeah. It's like when we went from 1999 to 2000, wasn't it? Everything was supposed to go belly up, and it didn't. So.
Oh, I had great plans. I was going to be a scrap man. I'd have made trillions. Planes falling out of the sky, computers no use anymore. I'd have had all in the world.
You're a terrible person, you are.
I thought it was going to be the next step to.
Yeah, I can imagine it. I can Deal boy. I can picture it. And then there's a lovely one here from Helen Keller, actually. And it says, the best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart.
Yes, very, very much so.
Not lovely.
Yeah. Isn't it beautiful,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, really lovely. So there we go. That's us.
You busy bee now, haven't you?
Yeah.
It has been, and you know, I'm delighted with the show again. So I'm not delighted with the internet, but that's not the show. The internet is not the show. The show is the show.
Exactly.
The internet. I mean,
Yeah.
we still turn up, we still do our best, and we still trying to bring something. But however, I'm gonna say the thank yous to all our poets tonight. We had some beautiful poetry tonight again. Debbie J. Embry, Dawn Edwards, Fiona Merrick. Is it?
Fiona May. Yeah.
Fiona Merrick, Sue Dixit, Jean C. Bertrand, T.M. Desaro, Jeremy Mason, Marna Dupree Badgerow, Hajar Smada, Jeff Hull, Catherine Macmillan Syho, Heidi Nagurin, Casey Cathy Linsett Glower, Faye Slim, Kathy Wagner Coates, Pia Gosh, Sheila Ann Anderson, Agri Pa, and Susan Guest. Thank you all for your beautiful poetry and your permissions so we could get this show done tonight. Right, I've got another one quote before we go. Mine the pre-Badgero. You gonna tell me what it is? What's on my Facebook page? No.
No, I think she's talking about the name. She's saying.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helen Keller quote. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I like that one. I thought that was lovely.
Absolutely gorgeous. Nina, have a great week ahead.
Thank you, lovely, and you?
7 across, 3 letters.
I sent it to you earlier.
Bye. Adios.
Oh.
Now have a great week ahead.
Yeah.
And thanks a million
Thank you.
for the whole week just gone and for all the poetry. Love you to pieces.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Have a great
Bye.
Take care, Nina. Bye-bye,
Bye.
hon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. And again, I apologise that the internet wasn't the best. And we had an awful lot of stop-ins and stop-outs. But nothing I can do about that. I don't have any control over that. Thank goodness the voice was still there and we could still read poetry. But thank you everybody that's been at the show tonight. And thank all the poets that have just read out for giving us your poetry and your permissions to read so. And I look so forward to seeing you all again, same time, same place, next Sunday. Diane Reid Burgess, have a wonderful night. And thank you again for being there with me tonight. Jessie Batista, thank you very much. Didn't see you come in, Jessie, but thank you for being there. Chris Edridge, thank you for all you've done tonight with the meeting and greeting and everything else. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And all the comments on the poetry has been absolutely a blessing. Myrna, see you tomorrow. Please God, my darling. And don't forget, we're going to be collecting program. And before I go, I'm going to leave it this one. A smile can be contagious. Spread them as often as you can. That's from Myra Dupree Badgero. So I'm going to spread my smile with all of you tonight. And I look so forward to seeing you all here again next Sunday. Good night and God bless everybody. Take it easy. Be safe the week ahead. And Christine, prayers are all going your way. Get well soon, my dear. Good night, Chris Page. And Chris, thanks for being here with us. Good night and God bless everybody.